Hey, Coach, looking at Book's performance, 20 of his 33 came in that first quarter. Just what did you see that allowed him to kind of get it going so early?
Yeah, just the intent early to be aggressive, take what the defense was showing him. Yeah, he had a good stretch early, and I thought right at the end of the first quarter, he could feel it. We all could feel just his overall ability to do whatever you basically wanted outside the arc or inside the arc, and those are good starts. You come off a road trip, 4-game road trip over the holidays. You worry a little bit about juice or energy, and when your best player plays like that early, it really sets a great tone.
It's looking at Oso. He was scoreless last game against the Cavs, comes out tonight 15 off the bench. Just what did you see from his ability to come out and respond the way that he did?
Both bigs. That was something we highlighted there post-game was, in Cleveland, we felt their bigs, the size and the contributions on both ends. And then tonight, we dominated the big battle. And I think it's just so underrated in the NBA exactly what those bigs go through every single night. They're in every single action on both ends of the floor. We're lucky to have multiple, and they bring multiple skills to what we need. And I thought Mark's third quarter really set a great tone out of the halftime locker room that we wanted to do something different in this third quarter. So both bigs I thought played really well tonight.
Coach, it looked like Colin went to the scores table. You're going to take Devin out, and then Devin kind of, hey, I got to go in here, keep me in the game. Was that what happened there?
Exactly what happened.
I'm just checking. Mark.
Those nights, it's like you kind of lose track of where he is on the scoreboard. You're thinking more minutes. You're thinking off the road trip. But we've come to an agreement, if he's feeling that coming, he obviously has earned the right to really dictate how that. And then we were able to hold him a little bit in the second quarter because the second unit was hanging in there. So you need both parts. You can't bring him back early in the second. Then you look down, he has 20 minutes at halftime, and that's what puts you in a tough bind for the third and fourth quarter.
You mentioned obviously you're concerned a little bit about energy when you're coming off the road trip you guys had, but when you force 21 turnover, that shows the energy was there. When could you sense that, okay, that's not going to be an issue tonight energy-wise?
I felt early, we talked about our bench really trying to come in and impact in the minutes that they had. We talked about the pregame. That can kind of get you through some of those dry spots. I did think we turned them over. I think it was the second quarter. I think we forced 9 turnovers. We still didn't get to the offensive glass. I think that was something that's a little bit of an energy thing. But overall, yeah, when you force 21, you have 16 steals. It's every night. We're a competitive group. Like the team competes. It's just you just worry. Come off a road trip. We got in a little bit later than we wanted to in Cleveland, but again, they got it ready, and we got it going through the defense tonight.
Jordan, you mentioned the defense. I think it's 25 stocks for you all tonight is a season high. Because you all started the game slow on that end, the ability to kind of pick it up in that second quarter and ramp it up and connect it. Also involved in all of that, his just activity there. What are you seeing from him as far as when he's switching and how he's able to kind of steal back pace for you?
I think I spoke about it before. We've challenged also to not just switch. Don't just switch. That's like checking the box. You got to switch and impact. Switch and take it from him if you can. Switch and make it uncomfortable for him. You should be one of those guys where you don't want that 5-man on you. And he, to his credit, he's really done it. As he learns the NBA and learns personnel, that's even another step that we can get to. A little bit early was some of the fouling. He seemed to eliminate some of that. So it's not just one thing just to switch anymore. You need the possessions. Go take it. Be a possession gainer. You can do it on the offensive glass, which we've challenged him there. He's undersized every night on the offensive glass, but can you gain possessions? That's something that we've talked about a lot with him, and he was great tonight.
And you mentioned gaining possessions. It felt like Colin was a big piece in you all kind of setting the tone on the defensive end in that second quarter as well. What are you seeing from him from the point of attack to where it feels like sometimes if teams are hunting him, he's able to get deflections from that initial pass out, and that whether you get a steal from that, it just kind of sets the tone for you all?
Yeah, I don't think you can target him. It's something that he takes a lot of pride in on the defensive end. He's big. He's strong. He's a strong guard, even though he is a little undersized, and he's just incredibly smart. Again, if you're going to not be able to get him up top, as far as blocking shots, disrupting and impacting shots. Can you get something down around that's a little bit lower and take it from him? And he has great anticipation skills, great hands, that has enabled us to really be aggressive with him as right now he's our point of attack defender. Steph Curry one night, Darius Garland one night. Those are not easy guards. And he has to do it not only on that end, but really, really help us on the offensive end, especially with that second unit. So I think that's just part of his growth. Like, this is all new territory for him. And that's what I think we forget that sometimes. Like, this is brand new territory for some of these guys. And again, when we get healthy, we're going to have this experience, which will really help us.
Coach, especially at the start of these last few games, it's felt like more defensive slippage than we're used to out of you guys. What have you seen in these starts defensively the last couple of games? And then what'd you like coming out of halftime that maybe wasn't there at the start of the game?
Did not like our pick and roll defense to start the game. It's one thing just to say we're in a certain coverage. It's another one to impact the offense. And they can't feel like they can just get to any spot that they want. Did not like it to start. Again, I think the second quarter we changed some of that. No coverage change, just intent, purpose, force defensively. And then coming out of the locker room, it's an overall team just energy or effort, like thinking, like we want to come in here, and they're on the second night of it back-to-back. So you don't want them to hang around. They have incredible all-time scorers on that team. You don't want to get into something in the fourth quarter where, it's a 50-50 game and they're able to make shots and get to the free throw line. So I think just our idea or our thinking to come out of that locker room was really good.
Hey, Jordan, you guys shot 73% on twos tonight. Just what have you seen from your team in terms of weathering the storm when the shot is not falling from deep and being able to win in those different ways?
Yeah, I couldn't do the math in my head in game, but I knew whatever we were shooting, it was pretty high from two. Usually when that happens, it's our extra possessions that we're able to get on the glass. But yeah, tonight we were able to just kind of, and part of that was Book early. Book's ability to get where he wanted to early. I thought Dylan there in that third quarter was able to get to his spots. And Bouye does it again. Like, he just finds little crevices and he's able to get to the rim. So a little bit of all of it. We take what the defense gives you. Usually it's on the offensive glass, and tonight we were just able to kind of find a couple extra possessions or extra little cracks to get into the paint and find ways just to find a way to win the game.
Coach, one more Oso question. He went 5 of 5 from the free throw line tonight. How much work has he put into that aspect of his game? And for him to get, somewhat immediate results on that, how positive can that be?
Yeah, these nights help. These nights for sure help. We don't, we obviously want you to make your free throws, but we want him to be overall aggressive. And I thought at times he was super aggressive with the basketball, and then that led to him getting some things out of it. And, even if he doesn't make the free throws, it's able to set our defense. It's able to put them deeper into the penalty. He's going to continue to work at his free throws, but we want him aggressive. Both ends, 48 minutes, whatever he's on the floor, we want him aggressive. And I thought overall his effort and his concentration to come out and be aggressive tonight was high level.